The 2024 Heroes Cup all comes down to this. The championship game between the Suffolk County PD and the U.S. Coast Guard, all for the battle for the 2024 Tunnels to Towers Foundation Heroes Cup. Live on the Long Island Sports Network, my name is Ian Binky. It's been a thrilling tournament from start to finish. Here on the LS Sports Network, we've seen 3 straight games, including the semifinal matchup between the Suffolk County PD and the NYPD, go to a shootout. And a lot of comeback victories, last-minute goals, some penalty shots. You've had pretty much everything you could want and more so far here in Middletown, New Jersey at the Menon Sports Center. And the champion will be crowned at the conclusion of this one. Suffolk County pulled off the upset win over the NYPD in the semifinal. Another upset on the other side of the bracket. Got the U.S. Coast Guard here as they topped the fire department, the FDNY, in their semifinal matchup. The Coast Guard in the orange and blue, the white and blue for the Suffolk County PD as we get started in this one. Winner is your 2024 Heroes Cup champion. And here we go. The Coast Guard get possession first, immediately charge in. The shot is high and wide off the stick of Matt Buccino for the first stoppage of play. What remains the same is the 20-minute running clock and 2 halves, only 2 periods of regulation. But what changes is that we start stopping the clock for whistles, starting at 5 minutes left in each half instead of the last 2 minutes. Attempted clear fails. Buccino wraps and scores. He missed on the first effort, but Matt Buccino puts the Coast Guard on the board first. The attempted clear failed for Suffolk, and it found itself right in the skates of Buccino. And as soon as he got it, just fired it home before the goaltender for Suffolk could find it in Matt Steffen. Didn't even really get the chance to talk about the goaltending matchup before the first goal put on the board. We'll recap that at the next whistle as the Coast Guard apply more pressure. Steffen covers up. Get an offensive zone face-off for the resumption of play here in Matt Steffen's realm. Steffen was in between the pipes for every game so far this tournament, and it was no different in the semifinals. The winning goaltender in the shootout victory. Meanwhile, the other end, you could say the same for Andrew Slabitsky. Slabitsky has been the goaltender for every game, only goaltender on the roster, in fact, for the U.S. Coast Guard. This kicked ahead for Suffolk by Mike Vienci. Only works to send the puck in deep here, at least for a few moments. Coast Guard with possession, they take it up through the middle. With possession, Buccino has the opening goal. Hands off there for the effort for Patrick Lynch. That shot goes wide. Falls into possession now of Ari Martrano. Martrano up the left wing there, tried to give and go with Vienci. Vienci's return pass did not find him. Misfired pass goes down the ice. The officials do opt to keep the whistles in the pocket here, no icing. DiLorenzo takes the middle of the ice. This whistle goes down for an offside call against the Suffolk PD. 8 teams have whittled down to 2. Suffolk County starting off their night with a win on the rinks behind us here. A win over the NHL employees and alumni team, which is impressive at that. But then coming back just a few moments later and getting another win over a very strong NYPD team. Impressive run for the Suffolk County PD squad. There's a chance for the Coast Guard, a long pass intended for Kieran Baisley that does not find his stick. They can't connect, forcing the reset for the orange and blue. Meanwhile, for the U.S. Coast Guard, they started off their afternoon with a win over the Port Authority Police. Then the victory over the FDNY in the semifinal. Head of steam here, the quick shot from Aaron Hinks, and misses, but it comes back into the realm, into the possession of Baisley. That effort is gobbled up by the Suffolk goaltender, Matt Steffen. So far, so good for the Coast Guard. They've got the first 3 shots, the first goal of the game. Start play up with the face-off to the left of Steffen, won by the attacking team in the Coast Guard. Over to the near side, Suffolk starts the breakout. Looking to do it all himself, Chris Ferry, who scored the winning goal in the shootout in the semifinal. Gives off to the shot from Tom Groneman, just missed wide of the cage. First save of the night in the championship game for Andrew Slobisky. It's a glove save, one right across the ice that he scoops up. Right side draw, won by the attacking Suffolk County PD. A block shot on the effort from Ari Martrano goes out of play. Slobisky back in his cage, might be called upon again. A slap shot from the blue line from Martrano. Loud thud off the pads of the goaltender. Pass back across, right into the middle. A nice vision from Goralski to get it right into the fray. Shot never came towards the target. Going it out now, the Coast Guard, some room on the right wing. Dragging to a shot, answered there by Steffen. Off the effort from the man coming inside, and Marcassiano. Mike Marcassiano, none too pleased with that shot effort, slammed his stick up against the far side boards after he didn't really get that puck to go where he wanted it to. Some discussions here on the Suffolk side of things. Now it's because they only had 4 guys on the ice. Late arriver there to the face-off dot was Mike Vienci. Loses the face-off, but some help from his teammates forces it up against the far side boards. Fished away by Buccino, then turned over to Vienci. Mike Vienci races in, fires a shot, stick save, rebound left there by Slobisky, but stays over to the far side boards. Bouncing puck comes back to Vienci. On the near side, gives to the point. Goralski looking back to Mike Vienci near side. He spins, tries the misdirection. Goes around the dasher, that's deflected by Patrick Lynch. Lynch slows the pace for the Coast Guard, gets it over to Buccino. Matt Buccino hands over right side. A backhand effort for the Coast Guard, just misses. There was a look there for Lynch. Back in the possession of Buccino. Buccino fires. That shot blocked. The defender's stick was broken. That was a stick of Martrano, shattered in 2. Cross-ice feed intercepted by the veteran Mike Goralski. Takes it out of there, if only for a moment. Sal Giganti looking for some help there. His long pass intended for Mike Vienci intercepted. Brings the Coast Guard back on the attack with Lynch. Lynch hands to Chris Martin. Martin takes the slot. That hit an attacker up high. Fortunately, back to his knee is Howe, and then back to his skates. Ron Howe, no worse for wear after taking that shot up towards the shoulder. Good to see that he's okay. Play continues. In the attacking end now for the Suffolk PD. Spinning effort from McDermott wide of the cage. Left behind there for the Coast Guard as they clear. Now it's got it on the right wing. Working forward on the attack. Buccino splits the D. The shot. What a blocker stop from Steffen. Shuts the front door on the attacker for the Coast Guard. Danger not clear. Back up top to Lynch. Walks. Slapper shot right into the leather of Matt Steffen. Some great efforts from this Coast Guard offense. Lots of shots, lots of high danger chances, 2 of them on that last sequence. But Matt Steffen, after giving up that early goal, has settled in. Bouncing puck evades a couple of sticks, now comes out of the Suffolk end, now on the attack, DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo fires a shot that nearly bounced out of the glove of Slabisky, but able to collect it just in time before the Suffolk PD attacker arrived. One thing's for sure, we will get a new champion here in the 2024 installment, 2nd annual Tunnels to Tower Foundation Heroes Cup. As last year's winner, the FDNY was bounced in the semifinal. Here's a chance for the Coast Guard, dancing in, the shot, they score! Kieran Baisley streaks in on the breakaway and makes it 2-0 for the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard goal scored by number 3.
Kieran Baisley just danced inside, created that breakaway, and once he got to the back door, nothing that Steffen could do once he was beaten on that far side. Really like the fan chant. It's just one fan doing it here, but they embrace the Penn State chant, the "We Are Coast Guard" chant, with the crowd chant song being played after the goal horn. The orange and blue fans are having fun with it. They're up 2-0 on the Suffolk County PD, just around 10 minutes into the action. Looking for more, Aaron Hinks. Looking to make progress up the left wing. Could not connect on the pass with Kieran Baisley, who has that insurance goal as things stand right now for the Coast Guard. At least in the action on this rink here, we have not seen a lead of more than 2 goals in any game contested of the 3 that we've seen prior. And the 2-goal leads that we've seen evaporated. Baisley in again, a bouncing shot. It was deflected by the defensive stick of Goralski, then up high off of Steffen. Intended pass for Adam Ritzer, a little bit behind him, so it comes back down the other end of the ice for the Coast Guard. Libby Barbato could not get to that one. Puck leaves the zone here, back in the possession of Ritzer. Adam Ritzer works in, an easy glove save for Slobisky. Low velocity shot that the motive was more to just get an offensive zone face-off, tilt the ice back in the Suffolk County PD favor. The shots read 7-6, and that's been because the efforts for Suffolk have come in bunches. Only 2 or 3 offensive zone chances, but they get their shots off when they get there. Meanwhile, for the Coast Guard, they've had more sustained attacking pressure so far throughout the first half of this first period. Pass intercepted. It's back in the grasp of Marcassiano. Mike Marcassiano wheels around, tries to pass over to the left wing. That's picked off, and Suffolk able to clear. Andrew Molsky works over back through the middle. Alex Dumont gives off to a shot. Blocker stop from Steffen. Stays in the attacking zone. Slap shot effort from the point. Molsky's shot goes wide. Viency up the far side, cannot clear. Held in by Patrick Lynch. Gives over to Barbato. Libby Barbato's shot just missed on the near side. There's another unsettled puck that nearly worked out in the Coast Guard's favor. That one, though, off of Barbato's stick, missed the target. Detective Ari Martrano back on the ice now for the Suffolk County PD as Sean Caruso has it. Looking for a man out in the middle. Instead, it comes over to Kelly Marcillo. The shot was sticked aside by the goaltender Slobisky. Back out in front, 2 efforts, now 3. Somehow a kick stopped by Slobisky denies a wide open look for Kelly Marcillo. Masillo nearly had a goal there. Would have been her first of the tournament, but denied as the Coast Guard marched down the ice yet again. A shot right to the chest of the Suffolk netminder in Matt Steffen. So we take a look back at those couple of chances for Suffolk. Really nice pass from Masillo right there to start that effort. Then it was a stick defensively for the Coast Guard that denied Masillo on the rebound chance. Good rescue effort from the Coast Guard, and well, if there's any team that knows about rescue efforts, it would be the U.S. Coast Guard. Back behind their goal, trying to work it forward here, Aaron Hinks. Turned over to the Suffolk PD, and the shot from the far side boards easily covered up by Slobisky. Next whistle, in all likelihood, will result in a stoppage of the clock here in the championship game. Just a reminder that it's running clock through the first 15 minutes of each period, but then the final 5, each whistle does bring a stop to the game clock. So we're under that 5-minute mark right now. Just something to bear in mind as the Coast Guard bring this in again. Nice passing play, but an even better stop by Matt Steffen. They were reeling in here. It was another effort from Kieran Balesley. The pass went right over to Chris Martin. The one-time effort was a good one, but Steffen able to read it all the way, slide over, and make the save. Suffolk PD win this face-off. Try to clear it out. Groneman can't do it with the extended stick. But then that effort intercepted by Martrano. Ari Martrano takes it in right wing. Nice poke check there for the Coast Guard with Ron Howe. Now it marches forward with Baisley. Baisley's pass is intercepted. Good reading there by Goralski to stay in the lane. Comes over far side boards to Martrano. Martrano's pass deflected, but still finds its way over to Tom Groneman. Chris Ferry has it taken off of his blade. But then some support from his teammates gets it to Ritzer. Adam Ritzer puts on the brakes, looks for the lane. The timing play just not syncing up there with Ferry in the middle. That comes down the ice. 3-on-2 potential for the Coast Guard. They bring it in for a shot. Angle taken away by Matt Steffen. And we get a whistle here with 3:43 left to go in this first period. The goals remain only exclusively for the Coast Guard. The Suffolk PD win that draw. Pardon the technical issues there, but all squared away now. 3.5 left to go in this first period of your 2024 Heroes Cup Championship game. This one dumped in by the Coast Guard, looking for the attack, but instead taken away. Sean Caruso up the right wing. Spins, look for a trailer. He's got a man, Jordan DiLorenzo. His shot is answered by Andrew Slobisky. Slobisky hasn't had a ton to do so far in this game. 7 saves is still nothing to frown upon, but he's had some really tough shots to stop, and he's come up big so far. Shot along the ice, somehow finds its way through. Blocker stop for Slobisky off the effort. thinking about jamming again, short side Sal Gigante. Thinks better of it, but turns it over. Taken down the ice by the Coast Guard to it first. Was a Coast Guard player, but a whistle behind the play. It seems like icing was the call as the puck comes down here on the right side of the ice from our vantage point. That's the Coast Guard defensive end. Another stoppage here with 2:29 left in the first. Defensive zone face-off win for the Coast Guard, but good forechecking pressure taking the puck away. Masillo comes right out in front, has a chance with McDermott. A swing and a miss on that shot. A reset at center, Jordan DiLorenzo. He dumps in, comes behind the cage. Stick lift for Scott Kendrick, cannot keep the puck on the attack. Now the puck comes forward with Dumont. Looking with the pass over towards Chris Martin, coming from the right wing. Miscue there. Now back down the left side for the Suffolk PD and Kelly Masillo. Masillo hands over to Kendrick. And then puck taken away, back down the ice, Martin. Chris Martin takes a slot. Shot as he was carrying away from the net. Second effort also blocked. Staying in with Matt Puccino. Sent over, Molsky's shot blocked. Comes back to him off the skate of the defender, Goralski. But now Suffolk on the attack. Backhand glide, McDermott. Still on the puck, shot goes off the outside of the net. McDermott chops down on the stick, gets the puck, stays on the outside of the cage, deterring the attack. Sticks cancel out here. Puck continues down the near side boards. Glove down by Mike Goralski near side. Final minute here in the first period. Suffolk trying to find their way on the board, something to look possibly upon as they go towards the last seconds. There's a nice save from Steffen to keep the deficit at 2, at least for the moment. No look pass that ends up going to no one in particular in orange and blue. Scrum for the puck, comes right out into the slot. There's a shot from Justice Cook that misses wide. Comes all the way down on the near side. To it first for the Coast Guard is Andrew Molsky, one of the alternate captains. Tom Groneman keeps it in for the Suffolk PD, the shot that hits something out in front. Chris Martin, one more look here for the Coast Guard. Takes it in left wing. Looking towards the middle, turns one on goal. That's blocked away by Jordan DiLorenzo for the Suffolk PD. And that is how the first period comes to a close. Some really good chances for both teams, but it's the Coast Guard. The only 2 goals on the board through the opening 20. They carry a 2-0 lead into the break from the Heroes Cup final on the Long Island Sports Network. Referees mic'd up here for the second period. He gave the players an opportunity to say something for the fans here, but they opted to just let their play do the talking. Second period, last period of regulation between the U.S. Coast Guard and Suffolk County PD in the 2024 Heroes Cup final. 2-0 lead for the Coast Guard. Nearly making it 3 was Matt Buccino. Just could not get the shot off as he went in 1-0 against the Suffolk County netminder in Matt Steffen. Stays a 2-0 deficit for Suffolk County there. But an odd man rush down the ice yet again. A snapshot from Ron Howe, misses high and wide. Stays in the zone for the Coast Guard. Wraparound effort, stays in the pads of Steffen. A little bit lucky there. The player down, a little bit slow to get up is Howe. He's taken a little bit of a beating here in this game. Took a shot up high. That time got caught up with one of the defenders out in front for Suffolk. He's able to get back to the bench. And also important to note, this is their third game of the day. Pretty much 3 games back to back to back. Aside from their first one, they did get a little bit of a break as they were part of the first bunch of first round games. Collision out in front as the puck comes back out to neutral ice. Picking it up, already on the attack. Olivia Barbato looking for some room out in front, finding a passing partner, but no luck in doing that. The Suffolk County PD can take it forward. With it on the far side, Sal Gigante looking for the pass right into the middle with Vienci, but the pass led him just a bit too far, and the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. It was probably the best look so far in the game, at least since the early going of this contest for the Suffolk County PD. Could not make it count. Opportunities they might look back on and really relish those missed opportunities. Gigante this time connects with Vienci, waiting at the blue line. Mike Vienci's effort is blocked. Looked to be more of a dump-in try. It cancels out, comes back down with P.J. Kelly. Kelly looks for the far side post, miss high and wide. Puck ends up in the net. Reminder, it's running clock here in the second period until we get down to the 5-minute mark. Then the whistle would stop the clock, but we've got a bit to go until we get there. Shot off the face-off, a stick save for Steffen. Add another one to his counter. He's got 12 saves on 14 shots. Sent to the far side wall. Kelly finds it there. Then Buccino 2-on-0. Buccino back to Kelly. Shut down by the pad, but the puck is still there. Buccino again rigs the pipe. 2 great looks for the Coast Guard. 1 saved by Matt Steffen. 1 saved by the post. It stays a 2-goal game. The Suffolk County PD still in it. But their backs are most definitely to the wall. The pressure heaping on in loads from the U.S. Coast Guard. Centering pass, another save for Matt Steffen, and a whistle as he covered it up for just a brief moment. Also the net dislodged. This line, the Kelly and Buccino line, has been creating chances every single time they're out on the ice. Also can't forget the efforts of Chris Martin, who's camped out on the right wing. Every single one of them are playmakers. Already seen Buccino get on the scoreboard. He scored the first goal of the game. Taken down the ice by Di Lorenzo for Suffolk. Tries to poke it through the 5-hole. Slabisky closes it. Stays in for the Suffolk PD. Another shot. That one just gets a piece of Slabisky. Back down the ice. Here comes the Coast Guard. Martin rips one too far wide. Spinning around, Buccino has it. Sticks collide there with Jordan DiLorenzo. Puck finds itself into the corner. One-time effort, another save for Steffen. This time touchdown, the Buccino one-timer. Looking at that and just how Buccino was able to find some space. He saw the opportunity there to get open near side. The one-timer right inside the face-off circle. But fired it right at Matt Steffen, able to position himself to take away the shooting angle. Defensive zone draw won by the Suffolk County PD, trailing by 2. Working it forward, Chris Ferry. Ferry's pass is able to find a target. The shot from the point by Ritzer saved. Comes back behind the Coast Guard net. Orange and blue pick it up there. Puck bounces around between the two teams at center. Dump back in where Molsky can take it. Back in his own end. Stephen McCrossan out there on the ice for the Coast Guard. Springs this pass forward. Just running out of room, Baisley. Wings it around wide. The tap in front. Nice one-time set up by Ron Howe. Couldn't get a whole ton on the shot. Directed it on goal, though. Steffen able to come up with the stop. Good creative play from Baisley. Couldn't get the breakaway effort on goal, but feeds the pass right underneath one of the Suffolk defenders' sticks. And then the redirect on goal from Howe. Again, not too powerful, but still gave Steffen some problems. Not enough for him to keep it out of the goal. For the Coast Guard, this is kind of the hockey they have to play. Just take care of the puck, but be willing to take the offensive opportunities should they come. Just like this one with Baisley. Baisley walks inside. Just ran out of real estate there. A slight run in with Steffen. No harm, no foul as the officials deem it. Chris Ferry into the corner for the Suffolk County PD. He knocks his man down with the shoulder. Breaks here for Howe, trying to work it forward to Baisley. Kieran Baisley cannot win the puck battle there against the defender DiLorenzo. Getting his skates crossed up, McCrossan. Near side, Ritzer looking for the pass back to the point, intercepted by Libby Barbato. Barbato's pass takes the deflection there, draws the teammate offside. That was Marcassiano looking for the chance. Gigante looking to pass to the middle. That's deflected down by the defensive stick of Patrick Lynch. Stays in the attacking zone for the Suffolk County PD. They don't have possession of the puck, however. Lynch slowly dangles it clear. Trying to turn D into offense and shut down by the Suffolk Blue Liners. Stays along on the near side boards. Barbato picks it up. Barbato spins, looks for space. Nothing out there in the middle. Turned over to the Suffolk PD. Promptly give it right back at the blue line. Dumped in by the Coast Guard. Picked up already in the attacking zone, Alex Dumont. Lynch just pins in. Line change can be completed here for the Coast Guard. Nearly turned over right in front of the Suffolk goal. DiLorenzo, though, strong with possession. Able to get a line change of their own. Marching inside, Alex Dumont. Dumont rips one wide of the goal. Was trying to pick out the lower right-hand corner from our view. They're in the halfway point of the second period. Still a 2-0 lead for the Coast Guard. They still have a narrow shot lead, 17-12 over Suffolk County. The Suffolk County PD trying to make a comeback, very similar to what they did against the NYPD in their semifinal matchup. Nice poke check there, denying the wide open chance for Matt Buccino. Settled down by the Coast Guard, now taken forward by Patrick Lynch. Lynch winds for the slapper, fakes it. The wrister comes up high. Nice save by Steffen, denying the opportunity. Suffolk County PD were trailing the NYPD by a goal in the dying seconds. And so there's another chance by Buccino, stopped by Steffen. They were trailing until a scrum in front of goal yielded a tying tally with just 7.4 seconds left on the board. This comes down the ice for icing. And then they won the shootout with the NYPD to get their spot here in this championship game. They got work to do. They've got 9 minutes to find 2 goals to tie. They need 3 to win. Or at least at the very least 2 goals to keep the trend going. The 3 games prior here on the LI Sports Network at the Heroes Cup have all gone to the extra frame. Now for the opening round and semifinal, the extra frame didn't really happen. You went immediately to a shootout if tied at the end of regulation, but here in the final, you do have a 3-on-3 period to begin that extra frame. Saucer feed over to the near side boards, works out for the Coast Guard. It switches the play. Molsky looking to the far side now. That pass doesn't work yet, but sealing the far side boards, Aaron Hinks able to pin it back in. 2 Coast Guard attackers forcing the issue against Matt Steffen. Sent the length of the ice here off a deflection for Suffolk, so no icing. Loose puck bounding to the far side. Jim McLean. McLean scoops it up. Looking for something working here, but that neutral ice zone is just like quicksand right now for the Suffolk County PD. Can't get any kind of sustained attack going. Now, credit to the Coast Guard defensive units and even the forwards chipping in as well. This looks promising for us, the Suffolk County PD. DiLorenzo, that drop pass connects with Gigante, the backhand to the forehand shot, misses wide into the near side corner. Shot blocked, comes right back to Vienzi. Vienzi goes back up top, and a bouncing puck just goes over the stick of Caruso, calling Steffen into action, needing to get to it. He cannot. A fling of the stick to no avail, and the tap in for Libby Barbato makes it 3-0 Coast Guard. There was nobody back on defense after the missed pass, and left Libby Barbato with a wide open goal. A last desperate effort from Steffen, just kind of flung the stick out, hoping to knock the puck away, but nothing doing there. As Barbato cashes in on the empty net, a 3-0 lead now for the Coast Guard. The largest lead of the night here on this rink over the course of the Heroes Cup. Figure Suffolk needs a goal, and quickly the backhanded effort from Chris Ferry was shut down there by Slabisky, gave him nothing to shoot at. Patrick Lynch slows his roll, waits for the trailer, deflected into the corner by the defensive stick. Alex Dumont keeps it alive for a moment for the Coast Guard, but now the Suffolk County PD work it forward. Kicked down by Vienzi, but cannot keep it going. The puck wheeled back. Ari Martrano flips it to himself. Nice move. And then the trailer there, Chris Ferry, just couldn't get a shot away. Loose puck is picked up by Slobisky. Nearly a highlight reel goal there for the Suffolk County PD. A creative play to flip it to himself. Looking for the shot, just didn't pan out. That's what it's going to take, it seems like, for the Suffolk County PD. It's just been shut down offensively despite some shots on goal, it just hasn't been able to get going. As we are within the final 5 minutes here, whistles do bring a stoppage of the game clock. And here we go for the Coast Guard. A 2-on-1, Buccino looking for the deflection. They got it, but it's tipped wide. Helps out Suffolk here. It keeps their hopes alive, but then turned back over at the red line to PJ Kelly. Giving it back to Chris Martin. Martin dances through, left alone there at the far side of the goal. Puck comes back up to the blue line, flagged down by Lynch. Lynch sends back down low, getting that puck in deep, making Suffolk go the length of the ice will be important. And he pans out right there, turned over. Buccino racing for it behind the attacking net, but cannot win the puck battle. It's moved to Sergeant Chris Ferry for the Suffolk County PD. Ferry can't get around the defender. Stout defense there for the Coast Guard. Work quickly down to Chris Martin. Hands to Buccino. Buccino in the middle, knocked down as he shot. And forced the puck well wide. And now the Suffolk County PD on the move again. McDermott. Feeding to the near side corner. Picks it up himself, but has no help whatsoever. The home run pass. Baisley left all alone. He shoots and scores. Kieran Baisley left all alone behind the D, and he gets his second goal of the game. Suffolk had committed absolutely everyone on the attack. It left Baisley well alone. Plenty of time to shoot, and he worked his magic. Three and a half left here in the Heroes Cup final. A 4-0 lead for the Coast Guard. Just got to play responsible hockey from here on out. They've seen some strong defense along the way. Some highlight reel plays on both ends of the ice. Looking for one more. Nice. And some room to Howe. Looking out in front, Howe tumbles down to the boards. And the puck coughed up to the Suffolk County PD. Flip back to Kelly. And he clears his lines. Does so with a long pass to Ron Howe. Another shot here. Glove saved by Steffen. Puck left alone, they score. One more on the board. This one belongs to Stephen McCrossan at a 5-0 lead now for the Coast Guard. It was a nice pass set up there by Howe. McCrossan left alone. It's once again, Suffolk knows that they needed offense. That's what they were going for. Didn't really commit too many men back, and that resulted in really crooked numbers on that rush. And now a 5th goal for the Coast Guard. They are cruising here with 2 minutes left, and they have the path through to the Heroes Cup as we've got running clock here with the healthy lead. There's a shot for the Suffolk County PD. Came out the stick of Sal Gigante, covered up by Andrew Slobisky. You saw everyone contribute here in this championship game for the Coast Guard. Everyone has played a hand in this game, pinning out as it has so far. A really comfortable win. And so far, just not allowed much of anything offensively for Suffolk County. There was a chance there in front for Masillo, but again, the defensive recovery worked out. Didn't allow her to get the puck to the forehand, forced the hasty shot. Didn't get much on the backhand to elevate it. We're into the final minute. Suffolk looking for their first goal. That shot sent off the outside of the net. Looking for the wraparound, a swing and a miss at the one-timer from Gigante. Coast Guard clear it out. Able to get defensive reinforcements here as Suffolk back on the puck. The Suffolk PD have it right wing with Jordan DiLorenzo. pinned up to the far side wall as we are into the final 30 seconds. One last look for Masillo. Stick down by Slabisky. Cleared out to the right side, hooking up with Marcassiano. One last look here. There's a shot saved. Another effort from Libby Barbato off the outside of the net. We're into the final 10. Marcassiano looking for a goal of his own. That's a glove save from Matt Steffen. The final seconds tick away, and the U.S. Coast Guard are your 2024 Heroes Cup champions. They do it with a shutout in the finale. Andrew Slabisky makes 15 saves in the shutout effort, and the Coast Guard go home with the cup. Outstanding effort all tournament long from every team here. The Suffolk County PD getting an upset win in the semifinals to punch their ticket here. But in the end, it's the U.S. Coast Guard getting the job done comfortably, a 5-0 final. And they are your 2024 Tunnels to Towers Foundation Heroes Cup champs. And with the conclusion of this tournament, we want to give a special thank you to all the sponsors here of this year's Heroes Cup tournament. The Tunnel to Towers Hockey Committee, City Quiet Windows, the National Hockey League, Black Biscuit, MSG Risk Management, Pro Century, First On Site, Total Fire Protection, Surf Pro, Honest Coins, Long Island, F&F. The hardest working team on the ice are referees from JK Refs, Metro NJ NY, and chapter of NIHOA. So we want to send it down to the ice here in just a few moments for this trophy ceremony. We want to keep on reading here. The Manhattan Residents Managers Club, New York City Sergeants Benevolent Association, Chief Ambrose of the Morris County, Lark Media, Summit Facility Solutions, Metropolitan Building Managers of New York, Premier Supply, USI, Chubb, Cutting Edge Ice Academy, NFP Insurance Solutions, Ultimate Promo, AMWINS, NYC Extermination, Don Bosco Prep, and the Geller family. Now we send it down to the ice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, is that a great day or what? It's been a long day, we all want to go home, but we have a lot of gratitude to give out. We're going to make it quick, and we're going to end on a positive note by doing the presentation of the cup to the U.S. Coast Guard. So just bear with me a second. Before I bring up Andrew Morris to make some comments, I just want to say, hey, listen, I think we should give a big round out to not only the players, not only for playing out here today, for the U.S. military, law enforcement, fire, and first responders, for what they do on an everyday basis. Now, with that being said, I'd like to bring up the big balls for all of us right here, Ms. April Royster from the committee.
Congratulations, Coast Guard. Nice move on from last year. Good job. Okay, well, it's time to unveil what we're all here to do. So on behalf of my wonderful committee, which is Craig Barnett, everybody round of applause. We got Jimmy Campbell. We got Dick Downing, Mike Leonard, Anthony Lagrosa, and Josh Lynn, who's running around here somewhere.
and Fire Chief Mike Brown, the Orange County Fire Department. Just to let you know, what men and women do every day, these gentlemen and their agencies did it today. What we don't know is, and they won't tell you, but I will, they did it on their own time to make sure we got checked. More money went right back to Talented Towers and to the men and women and the spouses that need it. So thank you to them very much. And they also need your support. Thank you very much. Then I was told if I mess this up, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. The hardest working team on the ice, the referees, the JK refs, Metro New York, New Jersey chapter of the NIHOA, again, they came out here once again on their own time to help out County Towers. Thank you very much, sir. And then to the endless volunteers who come out here today, the people that are out there that were working hard all day, setting up from yesterday, today, and sitting out there by those tables, selling items, merchandise, all on their own time. We just big round of applause for all the people out there that on their own time help us out. Well, also too, here we go. There's a big, the committee does a lot of work here. The two people who've been more on time than anybody else, besides April, who get killed right now. But nonetheless, Josh and Nick, give them a big round of applause. We sit out here and make sure we were on time. Everything ran well, thank you very much. From some of our sponsors, we have Black Biscuit here. You get the hats and jerseys. Aren't these things great, guys? Really, Black Biscuit here, we want to give the nice big round of applause for the jerseys. MSG Risk Management, First On Site, Serve Pro, and Cutting Edge. Thank you to the other sponsors who came here today to help make this check and give back to those who need it. Thank you very much. So, this is the one, a lot of things made this work today, but I have to tell you, the one thing that we have to really say thank you to is to the NHL itself. They came out here, they embraced it, they took the time to come out, support, and play. And let me tell you something, their help and support allowed Talented Towers to take hockey to another level. It can give, and teach these young kids not only about hockey, but about what it is to give back. So we got to give a big round of applause to the NHL who put their stamp on this, who came out here for the benefit of hockey and the benefit of everybody else. Last but not least, I want to bring up one comment about the moment that, you know, I spoke about it before when I was talking about Lisa. You know, you have that moment where you say to yourself, wow, the world is awful, life has changed, and then you get that one moment where you feel like now you find some support to give back. Well, let me tell you something. Out of that check, what you don't realize, that I want you to take away this moment right here, right now. Everything you do, you're $11 a month, you buy a hat, you pay for a ticket, everything you do for Talented Towers, 94% of that money goes to the programs. And the biggest thing to take away is when you realize that every little thing you do for Talented Towers, when Frank Sir has to make that call to that surviving spouse and no children, and he calls and tells them, I'm sorry what happened, but your mortgage is going to be paid for, and you will not have to leave your home. You have given that family the most positive moment that they can actually receive after terrible tragedy. And everybody here, you should give yourself a round of applause because you made that moment happen. And I want to thank you for that. All right, well, now being a hockey buff, for me, my family, my cousins, they're saying, all right, get on with it. What's it all about? It's about doing this right here. So right now, the U.S. Coast Guard, you can come up here. We're going to end this with a positive thing. Everybody give a big round of applause. U.S. military, U.S. Coast Guard, our Stanley Cup champions right here. Happy to be heroes.
congratulations to the U.S. Coast Guard, your 2024 Heroes Cup champions, and you saw it all live here on the Long Island Sports Network. Before we wrap things up, we want to give it one more thanks, one more shout out to Hub International and also to Nick Downing for helping to put this whole tournament together this year here at the Men in Sports Center in Middletown, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us here on the LI Sports Network for this 2024 installment of the Tunnels to Tower Foundation Heroes Cup. We'll see you next year for the 2025 installment. But until then, my name is Ian Binky. We'll see you next time. Take care and have a good one.